That is the reason I came back. My mom, she's just continuously telling me, you're struggling here so much, then why don't you just go there and stay? Like, I'm like, no, that is not what I should do, because I feel I have a bigger responsibility to work in the world if I can. I mean, about the conscious planet, and if I can do things related to that.
Coming back into the world is actually the perfect playground for you to realize your limitations, your judgments, your anger, and all these unresolved emotions that are still there. Because 7 months at the ashram or a lifetime at the ashram, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be fixed. It doesn't mean that all your problems are going to go away.
Sadhguru is already doing so much, and he wants people to also become a voice, people to also support him in the vision, not just by being in ashram, I would say, but also by being in the world and doing something, by reaching the people in like practical ways, I would say. So for me, everything about the life is about how consciously we do things. In little things or whatever. So for me, my field is psychology, mental health and therapy and all of that, but at the same, I combine it more with the conscious living, the conscious planet, the conscious choices that we make, and I combine it with yoga as not just exercising or stretching or things like that, but yoga as how we look at it as conscious choices. So I want to take that to people, and I want to, because I take sessions in schools, I teach small children, I talk with them about all of these things, and I do all of those things, and I want to take that to a larger scale. Like, that is what I want to do. And if I think about myself and I stay about my sadhana and I go there and do things, I won't be still able to do these things which are more important. And yeah, so that is the reason, even though I am really struggling here, I feel that struggle is fine. And also one more thing I wanted to add is, I took the Bond of Grace Yantra during this December when I was there, and I do that regularly. But when I came here, I told that I feel that emptiness of the energy is not there. But I actually also experienced this very strongly, that whenever I sit with that yantra, I feel that I am actually in that grace of Dhanalinga, grace of Sadhguru, or I would say grace of the whole ashram. That energy that I'm saying, that feels missing all the time. But when I sit with that yantra, whenever I do that 5 minutes prayer, whatever, I would not say prayer, but say the 5 minutes ritual, whatever we do. So it brings out that feeling, and I could feel it actually, and I'm like, okay, at least I have this, and I'm just very grateful about it. I just love it.
Yeah, it's a doorway.
Yeah.
And it's I think I would say the way that I look at it now is I do have the grace of God as well, and I feel like with time, I mean, you have been there for a month now, and for anybody who is thinking about going to Sadhanapada and wondering, how is life going to be after I might not be able to fit in and all these things, I would say that, yeah, there might be some form of a struggle, but that struggle is actually going to help you to face your I would call it spiritual ego, because
Actually.
what happens to a lot of people who start going into doing spiritual practices, yoga, meditation, and all these things, they start to think that because of that they're better than other people, and they even eating vegetarian food or whatever, it's part of this. People think that that's better than something else, and that's what I call as the spiritual ego, is that because you're doing something, you think that you're better than other people. And coming back into the world is actually the perfect playground for you to realize your limitations, your judgments, your anger, and all these unresolved emotions that are still there. Because 7 months at the ashram or a lifetime at the ashram, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be fixed. It doesn't mean that all your problems are going to go away, and whatever, experience that you had in your past, whatever you want to call it, trauma or memories that you have that still are triggering you, and that all will not just disappear by doing yoga and meditation for 7 months. It might. I'm not saying it won't, but I've met a lot of people and I talked to a lot of people who were still struggling. So I feel that having the tools that you have, and I mean, you as a psychologist, you also have various other tools that can help us, to unravel ourselves in the world. And I feel that I feel that the world can be quite a beautiful playground, like I said, which is challenging, but at the same time, there is certain kind of freedom, I would say, that you don't have at the ashram. And one of this, what I would call as freedom, is you can act upon your intuition.
Yes.
You can act upon your own rhythm. You can create your life in a way that you feel most excited about, while at the ashram is mostly focused on doing what is needed.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is better than that.
Yeah.
But as long as you have a desire to do something in the world, to be a part of the world, to be with your family, then why not do it?